Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be going over all the potential PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X restocks, but as well, we actually do have quite a few pretty good spots that should be in a pretty big high lookout for, well, today and as well probably throughout this week. We have a lot of stuff we're going to be going to talk about all throughout today. As well, like I said, we had a lot of continuations from kind of the weekend. So if you guys had a good time, good relaxing time, good Mother's Day or whatever, and now we're kind of getting back in the restocking grind. I do think a lot of the locations too as well are very on the overdue side, so we'll probably do our weekly video in a few hours, so be on the lookout for that in case you guys would like to. But we overall should hopefully have a pretty good week. We have a lot of information watching for, we have a lot of stock still going on, we have like locations still getting consoles, and a lot of the stuff too as well. So at the end of the day, it should be looking pretty good, and we also have a lot of like really overdue just throughout the week itself. A lot of overdue like news and information that will hopefully be coming out throughout these next few days and next few, well, probably 2 weeks or so. So like I said, a lot of stuff to go talk about, so let's go talk about it. And as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for the weekly video, a little bit more in-depth too as well. This will be the video to kind of hold people on over until then. So make sure you guys are subscribed for that. And the PS5 giveaway, we have the Amazon links down below. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. We have the Weeble and Coinbase down below. And all the usual stuff all down below. And let's go and dive in the video itself. So the very first and foremost biggest thing to keep on the lookout for is going to be on the still Best Buy side. So throughout this weekend, if you guys missed this stuff, we'll probably go a little bit more in-depth on the weekly video, like I mentioned. Best Buy has and is been sitting on some PlayStation 5 stock. So more so I'm kind of pushing a little bit more extra just notion on it. We don't know exactly when, obviously, but usually Mondays have been pretty good for Total Tech. Mondays and Tuesdays for Total Tech drops. So the PlayStation 5s, if they are holding on to stock, and if they decide to go and do a proper restock for online, Total Tech is probably more likely, just because it can kind of tone down the bots, and as well they get their own little extra kickback. We actually have been seeing more Total Tech drops than not. So as per usual, like usually around like the 10 a.m. to around like the 3 p.m. range for Best Buy, just because we've been seeing so much confirmation from employees with them sitting on stock and waiting on stock and all of that. So I'd probably say the likelihood at least bumps up a little bit more. I'd probably go to like a nice like 40% or so. Like I said, I'll give you some more general details. But I do think Best Buy will be good throughout the week. We're just not sure exactly on Monday itself. Because like, sometimes it takes time for stock to move or warehouse stock to show up, all that type of stuff in general. So we're going to be watching a little bit more closely for online. We also can still and do keep on recommending folks to go and will obviously go check their app itself, like check for the unavailable or out of stock. If that does go show up for your local store, that usually does mean that there is stock available. So we keep on telling people to go check that on out, be on the lookout for it, be aware of what your stores are doing, and if it's looking good, you guys can go and check and see. But once again, I wouldn't be that surprised even for today or the next few days for a Total Tech proper drop. Xboxes have also been slightly more on the out-of-stock side, although we keep on having it linked down below if you guys want to check and see. So just keep that in mind when it comes to stock, when it comes to movement, when it comes to pretty much everything. So Best Buy's is looking pretty good. Now, the part two that we had a very, very good weekend on was on the Meijer side. So if you guys want to check, we'll probably be seeing a lot of folks throughout this week, especially going and getting stock from Meijer stores. We saw a lot of people, like I'm talking a lot of people this weekend that were getting PlayStations, receiving PlayStations, and overall having a good time with it. So that's a big thing. Like that's big pog. So keep on checking your stores, especially you guys are in the Midwest. We've seen a lot in Michigan and Wisconsin. Those two right there have been huge. Like those have been the big spots, big locations where a lot of stock's been going. If you guys are in those states, it's probably more worthwhile for you guys to call your locations or checking stuff or whatever, I guess. So keep that in mind. Some of the other states, though, haven't been as active. I keep on saying, like, I live in Illinois. I just haven't been seeing as much stock in Illinois. But it's pretty much confirmed. Like, throughout this weekend, we saw loads of people. I saw a lot of tweets. Obviously, some stores, same with the Best Buy side, if you guys are trying to check your stock or whatever, might be more on the, well, mediocre side, but at least we have been watching it quite a bit more. So keep on watching, keep on checking, keep on seeing, and kind of going from there. And if it's going good, hopefully you guys will get your consoles. We haven't seen too much PS5 Digitals or Xbox Series X's there, though, so keep that in mind. Now, once again, Target. Now, we've kind of been covering a lot of the same locations because it is various, like say, like we keep on saying certain areas and stuff like that. But Target actually has had a little bit more of a big West Coast stock. And I don't think we actually saw a lot of different areas and locations doing any drops itself. So if you guys want to keep on checking Target for the early mornings, I'd probably say like today might be kind of good, especially like a post kind of like, I don't want to say like Mother's Day is a big holiday, but like it's enough for like they sometimes have to do specific sales and movements for a place like Target, etc. So now that that's all fully done, we could probably go and have a little bit more consoles moved on in. So I'd probably say Early mornings, the usual around like the time this video is uploaded, the next few hours, keep on checking for your Target store locations. We have been seeing stock with them, we've been seeing movement with them, so it's looking nice. We do enjoy seeing that stuff. It's some good stuff. But like I said, West Coast is looking a little bit more on the juicy side. So if you guys are like the Seattle, California, Vegas, Colorado, all those locations, it definitely will be looking a little more likely throughout these early morning drops. So be on the lookout for that in case you guys would like. That's a big thumbs up from there. Now, too, same with the Xboxes. We really haven't been seeing too much Xbox side, funny enough. Both Best Buy and Target, like they still have and they still show up. We just haven't really been seeing too much restock notice. Like they've actually been popping a little bit more on the out-of-stock side, which is why I still keep on covering them up on my channel and stuff. But at least for Target, we'll be probably a little more PlayStation 5s. Best Buy, we'll wait to see for onlines, kind of go throughout the day itself. Now, for other little things, Amazon. Now, we're not really probably expecting too much off of Amazon itself. We do always have the Amazon links down below if you guys care. And so just be on the lookout for it if you guys want to. We also do have the PlayStation Directs. Now, we didn't see any PlayStation Direct emails going on, although we have been mentioning, same with Best Buy too, that the internal stock has been lock and loaded. So we do know it should be coming soon, TM, which is kind of like bumping up the likelihood of maybe a total tech drop today or tomorrow for Best Buy, or just sometime soon. We never know exactly when. Like, once again, we'll go a little more detail on the weekly stuff. But yeah, PlayStation Directs, we'll have to go and see. We have seen a lot of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. Usually more on the Tuesday, Wednesday side for PS Direct. So I think those are going to be the big ones. I think those are going to be the vibe. So we'll be watching those especially throughout the week. But today, there's always that chance. We have been seeing more open PS Directs. If you guys want to follow the Twitter or subscribe, I'll make sure to put a community post out there for all of you lovely folks out there. So good stuff with that. Now as well, for other stuff. When it comes to GameStop, we will be probably watching just to see if GameStop will do any official tweets. They are on the quieter side and on the overdoer side when it comes to stuff. And as you guys know, usually GameStop is preferring more of a Tuesday restock date. So we kind of watch and see if they do any tweets. They haven't really done like any pro member tweets or promotions in quite some time, which kind of stinks. So we'll kind of wait and see if they do anything special with it or not. But basically with that one, we have been watching it. We have been seeing it looking all pretty good. So if you guys want to go and check, feel free to keep on checking for Best Buy. I'll let you guys know. Like, we'll give you guys a confirmed video if we see like PS Direct emails or GameStop stuff. But we haven't seen them in a while, so the likelihood I think will be a little bit more bigger on that. I think another thing we'll be watching a little bit closer to see if Target gets any stock numbers at all. If any of you guys know any Target members or you guys are Target employees, hit me up and give us some details. We can kind of see certain regions that may or may not be having some stock. And like I said, Amazon, kind of not overdue. Walmart, though, I also want to see if they're going to update stuff throughout the week. We'll talk about that a little bit more on that. If you guys also have any friends or yourselves are getting consoles from Walmart, leave a comment down below so we can all be in the news with it. Newegg, do keep on checking for their Newegg stock for the day-to-day shuffles. When it comes to also Sam's Club, Costco, and all those places, we're going to be watching this a little bit closer. Mainly because Costco has done a few PlayStation drops, so the likelihood does tone down at least a decent bit, I would say. But also when it comes to Sam's Club, too, we've seen a few Monday movements. They're both really on the overdue side for Xbox bundles. And Online has also kind of been doing some pretty good Monday drops. We didn't really see them do any PlayStation stuff the past like 2 weeks. Or at least like at this point for the Monday side. So we have a little bit of a good chance for maybe some PlayStation 5 digital bundles or even some PS5 disc edition bundles. We can kind of go wait and see. They've kind of sometimes done a lot of Monday kind of like good drops, like some good potential drops. Now as well, same with GameFly too. We keep on mentioning that GameFly is on the overdue side for when it comes to a lot of stock, a lot of movement, a lot of all that type of good stuff. So we'll be watching that for the next few days and kind of seeing what's good as well. We've seen sometimes on Monday too. On top of that, I do want a bit of a little extra push towards Kroger, Fred Meyer's and stuff, because we have been seeing in-store stock a little bit more. So if you guys do want to check your stores for stock or movement, all that, feel free to. But I think the secondary thing is potential for online. Like we haven't really seen Kroger's or Fred Meyer's do an online drop in a very long time. So it's a little extra nudge on them. But of course, same with like the Meijer side. If you just want to check and see the inside stores for stock, feel free to. We're basically just waiting for that and to have more stock available. We've been seeing some people getting some stuff throughout the weekend, and it does kind of seem like a lot more on the walk-ins are going on, which is also very, very nice to see. BJ stores too as well. We've been seeing still the sporadic PlayStation 5 bundles going on in. Military Online's overdue and also walk-ins overdue. If we see more stuff, we'll let you guys know. And all the usual other walk-ins and mid-tier places like we'll be watching. Don't forget about like the Dells, the Endormas, and all the other Verizons, Kohl's, etc., like PC Richards. A lot of these places just haven't done stuff too much. We've been seeing more stuff coming out these past few weeks, like you see for Meijer and stuff, so it should be looking pretty good. So if I have the stuff that got filled over here, if any drops randomly happen, we'll let you guys know. We'll probably go a little bit more in-depth on the weekly video too as well, so make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5, the giveaway for that, as well. Make sure you guys are also following the Twitter and Twitch stream down below, the Weeble and Coinbase down below, and everything else down below. As appreciate you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys up in a few hours and all throughout the day for more videos.